Flyers lead it as promised from the Grapevine show recorded in Hamilton. Two great friends, Bobby Orr and Don Cherry.
When I go to banquets, they ask me, what was Bobby Orr? What did he wear? What did he do? First of all, you never wore any underwear. You never wore any socks. Oh, when he played. Oh, you did not. I mean, when you played. Tell us why.
Well, I wore cut-off underwear, Don.
Well, it was, but the socks. Go ahead.
Socks, I playing junior hockey, and you remember you played in the minor leagues for a long time.
Yeah, you're going to bring that up, are you? Tell him how great he is, and he's giving it to me. All right, go ahead.
But when I played junior, we only had one pair of socks. We didn't have, like in the pros, you have all kinds of socks. One trip, I forgot my socks. I started going without socks, and I thought you were going to say you got a better feel. That's what I've been telling everybody. I heard the story about how you got your name Grapes, and that wasn't too exciting either.
Honest to God, Grapes always says it was just a play on cherry. Cherry's a fruit, so Grapes is a fruit, and that's nothing to do with sour grapes, which is boring. I agree with Bobby. Here's Elliotte Friedman at Fenway.
Well, I was just telling him about the clip. Now you say that the story about Grapes, you can't say that it's not interesting, right? I'm sorry. You said before we were coming on that you can't say the story about how he became Grapes is not interesting.
No, I mean, Grapes is a very interesting person. I don't know how you can say that he's not interesting.
You are taken away by this today. What do you think when you see about this hockey game at Fenway Park?
I just think it's great. And I think what they've done is get a lot of people involved, from the Bruins to the Red Sox to the league. I mean, the ice has been in for a couple of weeks. The college games, high school games, a ton of kids. And if you watched yesterday with the snow and all the little ones and the men became children again out there with their kids and the daughters, that's what it's all about. That's where I learned to play the game, out on the bay in Parry Sound or the river in Parry Sound. And watching yesterday brought back a lot of great memories.
When you think about skating with your dad and your other friends and relatives, what are the things that come back into your mind the most?
I think the most important thing, and there were no coaches, no parents. We would select sides. We could have 10 or 12 or 15 on each side. You'd drop the puck and you'd go. And you'd leave home in the morning and your parents would say, be home before dark. And we'd come home if we were cold or hungry. But that's how we learned to play the game. And we had lots of fun. Just our friends, or we might go to the school rink or any place that we could put a puck down, and anything that was cleaned off we would play. And that's how we learned to play the game. And watching this here, this brings back great memories.
One of the greatest memories in the history of this ballpark, Game 6, 1975, Carlton Fisk home run that you waved fair. You were here that night. What do you remember about it?
I remember Carlton standing just going towards first base and waving the ball fair. So yes, I come to a lot of Red Sox games. I love this park, and when this started, when the Classics started, you had to come here. This is a great park. The Red Sox are a great ownership, and they've done a marvelous job here. But Fenway is one of the great ballparks in the world, and they've done a marvelous job.
Yes, they have, and glad you're enjoying it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Elliotte.
Well, before the game, he took the honorary face-off with Bobby Clarke, and he's down now with Glenn Healy. Glenn?
Thanks very much, Elliotte. I'll follow in your footsteps. Bobby, take me back to those days in Flin Flon when you played outdoors.
Well, we played every day outdoors, and obviously it wasn't on rinks like this, but little rinks on the outdoors where the ice would be all chipped up and the boards would be this high, and it's colder than this, but that's where everybody learned to play hockey.
What was it like skating on the ice? I mean, you probably haven't skated in a long time, and you get this huge crowd, and you get a huge ovation. Believe it or not, in Boston, you're getting an ovation. What was that like?
That was so special, especially after, my age now, and I don't play anymore, and to come on the ice and be cheered in Boston, not only that, but just to be a part of this great spectacle.
Did you ever dream, when you're a general manager and they talked about outdoor games and we're going to put a game in a baseball park, did you ever dream that it would be something as big as this? And what are your thoughts about what the NHL's created?
Oh, this is so special. No, the first time it come up, I thought maybe it'd be a one and done deal. It'd be fun, but that'd be it. But this is a special, spectacular event now.
Well, thanks very much, and we loved watching you skate out on the ice here in Boston. Back to you, Ron.
Two greats, Bobby Orr and Bobby Clarke, the honorary captains, and we have a couple of hockey cards.